let's go over how to do the hip extension. We're going to talk about feet. You always want to make sure that your feet are against the pads here. If your feet are lower, you're not going to have as much stability when you do the movement. You want the pad to be on the top of your quad, and you don't want this to be exactly at your hip because you want to be able to have full range of motion. Like, see how I can go all the way down? If the pad was higher, it would enable my range of motion, and then it would become a little bit more lower back, and we're trying to avoid that. We want to make sure that we're feeling this in our glutes. I typically like doing this with a weight. You can do this body weight as well. What you also want to focus on is not overextending like that at the top, because then you're not really controlling this where you should feel it, which is in your glutes. So if I'm here, see how I'm really hinging at my hips here, and I'm going to turn my butt cheeks in to squeeze, and see how my upper back is straight. This is going to help me keep everything tight and also focus on really feeling this in my glutes. I'm going to teach you how to do a Smith machine squat. So we're doing close stands today because our focus is quads with this workout. And most importantly, I really want to focus on feeling it right here because this is a weak spot for me personally. Next thing I'm going to talk to you about is keeping the bar super tight on your back. And you'll notice here that I try to have my like pointer finger on the rings. So I don't know if that's helpful for you, but you can also, again, move your hands in or out, whatever feels best. Not only do I have to think about feeling this movement in my quads and obviously my glutes and my hamstrings, but I also have to think about keeping my lats super tight. You need your entire body to help you with this movement. Deep brace with my core because you always want to make sure you're breathing. So see how my back was nice and straight there? That's the form that you should be aiming for when you do a squat. You notice that when you squat, that I know you want a tighter core and bigger glutes, and that's why we're going to go over the Sumo goblet squat together. You'll notice that my stance is wide because we're focusing on glutes here, so my toes are pointed out. Dumbbell is pretty heavy. Because it's in front of me, it really forces and emphasizes me having to brace my core. You'll also notice when I'm going down into my squat, I'm not tucking my tailbone underneath me. I'm really focusing on sitting back in my heels and really making sure I feel this movement in my glutes.